I'll start vlogging and then I'll stop. And I'll stop because I really start looking at my life and going, nobody really wants to see what I'm doing. Nobody wants to hear about my story. Nobody is going to pay attention to what's happening with me. Who do you think you are? Your life is too boring. I don't have enough followers, or probably some of the discussions that you also have with yourself about your content. So I'll start and I'll stop. I'll start and I'll stop. I don't have enough skills. I don't have enough editing skills. I don't have enough storytelling skills. So I start and I stop. And I start and I stop. I don't get enough likes. I don't get enough engagement, and on and on and on and on. So I start and I stop and I don't post. So that is my disclaimer, because in this vlog, you're going to get everything, baby. You're going to get everything, like a glob of stuff that I have recorded in the past and I just have not posted. I'm going to post it all. I'm going to post it all. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to tell my story. And that's what it's about. It's about the art. It's about documenting my legacy. It's about having something to leave, some intellectual property to leave for people to actually see when I am not here. If YouTube is still here. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys that disclaimer before we go too deep into this vlog and you be wondering, like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what is the sequence? There is none. There is no sequence. There's no sequence. Today, however, is February 15th, 2025. So I'm going to start off here and I guess I'll work my way backwards. I don't know. I don't even know what you're going to get, to be honest. Until I start editing this, I don't know what you're going to get. I really don't. But I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to talk more to you. And I'm going to show you more of what I do and what I don't do. And if you're interested, I would appreciate you letting me know. I'm sure you will. And if you're not, keep it to yourself, okay? Anyway, let's get into it. they pay me. Okay, okay. It's okay, you can see. Okay, we are fresh out of the shower. I recorded 2 pieces of content for my fan pages. Now I've done my skincare routine. I was gonna put on a little makeup, and then I'm like, you know what? No, I don't want to put no makeup on. I just want to be. I just want to be, y'all. I am at a place in my life where, voluntary or involuntary, I'm not even sure. At this point, I'm not even sure what it is. I don't know if I'm volunteering this or if the universe is just demanding it of me. But I'm in a place in my life where I am at a standstill. I am in a place where I am just sitting. I'm sitting. I'm sitting. I want to do something. I want to be creative. I want to pump out content. I want to be excited. I want to be excited like I used to be. Excited about doing things, making things, going places, seeing people. I want to be excited. I want to feel good in the skin I'm in. I want to eat good food. I want to lay out by the pool, which we're about to lay out by the pool. I want to do more things. I just don't feel it anymore. I just really don't feel it anymore. So I'm at a place in my life where the things that used to excite me, they don't. I'm at a place in my life where I feel like I need to be doing something. I feel like I need to be productive. I feel like I'm not doing enough. But when it comes time to do the things that I think I need to do, I can't. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I can't. I done tried. I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. I'm not gonna say stuck. I'm not gonna use that word. Because we use high vibrational words. Stuck is not a high vibrational word. I am just in a place where I am being. I am being. I'm being. And the only thing that's bad about being is because we're not those kind of humans. We're not the human beings. We are the human doings. So we always feel like if we're not doing something, if we're not keeping up, if we're not in the rat race, then we're not doing enough. Because we're not used to being. I ain't used to being. Just straight up. I'm not used to being. I ain't used to being. But now, don't get me wrong. I do like to do the things that I like to do. And if it doesn't excite me, if it's not something that I like to do when I want to do it, I'm not doing it no more because really I can't. I can't. I'm just not doing it no more. I'm not doing the people anymore. I can't argue no more with nobody. Like, you win, whatever. Okay, it's yours. I can't fight. I don't have no more fight in me. I surrender. I ain't got no more fight in me. I ain't got no more dog in me. I mean, I'm sure it's there, but I don't think I am at a point where I need to bring it out all the time like I used to. It's like, oh, that's what we own? That's what you own? I ain't on that. You win. I'm gonna let you have it because I'm not on it. I can't do it. I spent most of my life being in fight mode. Fight or flight mode, in fact. I spent most of my life being there. I spent most of my life trying to prove my love to you. I spent most of my life chasing love. Ain't gonna lie. Chasing it, performative. Let me do this. Look what I can do. I can move like this. Look what I can do. I can't perform no more. I can't perform no more. I ain't got it. I'm sorry. This is all I got. You see this here? This is all I got. I'm 54 years old, and I have to admit that for quite a few, I think last year was really rough for me. Last year was super rough for me. The beginning of last year was real rough because I was experiencing a lot of pain in my body. Injured my knee. The knee injury got really bad. The last place I traveled to outside of Bali last year was, Turkey and Mexico. Turkey was somewhere between miserable, not because Turkey's not beautiful. I gotta go and redo Turkey. The people, beautiful, so nice. I was so surprised by Turkey. I didn't realize that the people over there would be so accepting of a black woman such as myself. Now, a friend of mine from Russia, she told me, Mo, when you go over there, you might find you a man when you go over there. She was like, those men over there, they love women like you. And I went there, and I just really blended. Now, I did get some looks from the Turkish women. They were looking, but I'm used to that. But anyway, the men, however, were very nice, very accepting, very service-oriented, They wasn't taking no double takes when they saw me, you know what I'm saying? Even in the United States, sometimes, girl, they look at you like, what is you doing here? But the Turkish people, I was really surprised by them. So it was somewhere between miserable because the first leg of the trip, I did it as a tour. So I went with a tour group the first 2 weeks of it. The first 2 weeks of the month that I was there, I went with the tour group. Child, them old folks, and I'm gonna call them old because they were in their 70s. I was the youngest in my 50s. And they ran circles around me. It was a lot of activity, a lot of hiking, a lot of on and off the bus, a lot of climbing, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of constant moving from one city to the next. And I was in so much pain. And so many times I just wanted to tell them, I'm gonna stay on the bus, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, I can't do it. I can't do it, I ain't gonna be able to do it. But I was ashamed of my pain. I was ashamed that they were much older than me, much more experienced in these tours, obviously, that I didn't want to just stop. So I kept it going. But I was in a lot of pain. And then the last 2 weeks that I was there, I broke off. The tour was over. I broke off from the tour. I went to Antalya, Turkey. We started off in Istanbul. I went to Antalya, Turkey. In Antalya, I just relaxed. I spent a lot of days by the beach. And, it was beautiful. But I keep saying I want to go back because I didn't do it the way that I would have liked to do it. So that was the first part of last year. That was spring of last year. The beginning of last year is when I got the injury. And then I went back to the United States, and oh my God, I was in so much, not only pain, but anxiety. My body was responding real crazy to everything. My body was giving me different signs and signals that I hadn't experienced before, and I didn't know what it was. So, I thought I was having some heart issues, I was having anxiety attacks, I was having shortness of breath, I was having headaches, I was having all of that. And I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what that was. And then when I finally, still don't really know, when I finally got back to Bali, then it dawned on me. I took for granted all these years. I've never gone through menopause. I'm not menopausal. I would hear women talk about perimenopause and menopause. I never even took the time to research what none of that was because I hadn't experienced it. Even having a hysterectomy with a partial, one of my ovaries taken. I had a partial hysterectomy, one of my ovaries taken. I still didn't have none of those symptoms, so I didn't know what this was. Well, the end of last year here in Bali, I discovered, girl, you was going through your menopause. You can look at yourself in the mirror and see things have changed, y'all. Things have changed. I got this going on. I suffered some adult acne. My body, like my midsection is like, no, we ain't going nowhere, sis. You stuck with us. I don't care how you eat. I don't care what exercise you do. We ain't going nowhere. Pissed me off, but I'm feeling so much better now. The pain in my body is not as extensive and intense. I'm currently in a fasting detox right now, only because I know that I need to clean my system out. And I just don't want to do nothing but be. Now that I'm feeling better, I don't want to do nothing but be. All that doing shit. Do what? Do what now? I can't. So, just created 2 pieces of content for my fan pages, which felt natural. It felt good. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like, oh, I gotta do this. It's a task. I didn't feel like that. When it feels like that, I don't do shit. And some days I sit here and I literally don't do shit. And that's why I start recording my vlogs, because what am I gonna record? Me doing nothing? Or what I consider to be nothing. Sitting by the pool, meditating, lighting my incense, going to a cafe, being on TikTok. TikTok done fucked up my attention span too. Totally fucked it up. Like, I can't even concentrate on the vlogs that I used to love to watch anymore. Like, some of the shit that they say in the vlogs is just like, I ain't with that no more, sis. Sis, what you talking about is dumb. And you probably thinking that about me too, but hey, it is what it is. We are where we are, and I just wanted to share that with you. Now I'm gonna head out and sit by the pool. Come on with me if you want to. Do you want to come? Come on. Is you coming or what? You gonna stay there? You coming? Come on, girl.
All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out.
So, I am just going to sit out here. I brought my journal. I brought my tea. I brought my music. And I brought my band to stretch with in the pool because I'm still trying to get this leg all the way right. This is the one that I can't straighten. I can't straighten it all the way out. I can lay this one down flat, but I can't with this one. So I've been doing my own little rehab. But this is how I spend most of my days. And it's crazy because telling y'all this and showing you this almost feels like I should be doing something. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. Now that's with y'all, showing y'all. Because I know a lot of people in America, every time I go back to the US, when I'm just chilling and I'm just kicking back and I'm just laying back and I'm not going to a 9-to-5 and I'm in my own little world, people look down on you for that. I don't know if they look down on you because they have to go to a job. I don't know if they look down on you because it just looks plain lazy, but this is the first time in my life that I've actually had the opportunity to do nothing, to just be in peace and just to have freedom, you know? And this is a life that I hope a lot of my sisters get to experience, and I've tried to tell y'all about when I was vlogging on my other channel, which was deleted, by the way. Let me move y'all a little closer. So the lighting is not great, but yeah, I know that I'm blessed to live this life. I know that, not many get to experience this. I knew that I was taking a chance when I sold all my things and I moved to Bali 5 years ago. Not only did I know that I was taking a chance, but I felt like I was following my spirit. My spirit needed more, My spirit needed more. Like, there is more to life. There's more to life than just going to work. There's more to life than having to experience passive aggressive racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere you go, people might not overtly talk about it or talk about you, but you never feel like, I don't know, it's just like I've always had to feel, or I've always felt like I had to be on guard, or you couldn't really trust anyone who wasn't like you. And even quiet as this kid, even the ones that are like you, it's hard to trust. But coming to Indonesia and, experiencing the culture and the people and the treatment, quite frankly, that I deserve, which is this, being served by the people, having somebody clean my room right now, for me every day. Having my breakfast served to me every day. And right now, let me just admit, there's a difference between living like a tourist here and living like someone who actually lives here. There's two different types of lives. I just came here on a vacation. I'm in a different area of Bali. The area that I live in is Ubud. That's the area that I've lived in most of the time that I've been here in Bali. But I wanted to get away from so much of the rain because it's rainy season right now and it rains a lot in Ubud. I escaped to here, this place that I also love. And it's like 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away from Ubud. So I just hired me a car and packed all my things because I didn't want to renew my rental agreement, which the rental agreement, there's no, and that's another thing, being able to afford the rent. Ain't nobody asking you to verify no credit. Ain't nobody asking you to have 3 times the rent. All they want is your money. That's it. So every month I was renewing, and I was like, and I lived there for 3 months. Usually every place that I go, I stay for at least 3 months. The first time I came to Bali, I didn't know how to ride a motorbike, and the first place I stayed for 7 months. But then when I started getting out, when I learned how to ride the motorbike and I started getting out and I started to explore, then I realized there was so much more to Bali that I had missed out on and that I wanted to see. And I started traveling and staying in different places, different areas. So everywhere that I stay is usually for like 3 months, and then after 3 months, I move on. And after I leave here, I know that I'll probably be going back to Ubud because Ubud is not as, Ubud is Bali, it's not as overly saturated as some of the other places with tourists and Europeans. It's mostly the people, the local people. And it's more spiritual, and there's more temples, and there's more nature. So I like it in Ubud. So I'll probably be going back and finding another villa that I can stay for about 3 months. But this is my life, y'all. This is my life. Not much to it. So I'll sit out here for maybe an hour and journal. And then I'll do some work. I'm working on a planner to go along with the book that I wrote. And I'm going to do some work on that because my deadline for myself that I set is to finish it by the end of the month. So hopefully it is done. But yeah, that's it. See y'all in the next one.